We are here to review Daredevil Born Again, Episode 4, where we answer the question on everyone's mind. Did Foggy get life? And what's up, y'all? Welcome back to this episode of For All Nerds Show. It's your boy, DJ Benhameen, a.k.a. El Diablo Abogado, a.k.a. It's Matt Murdock. Here in the spaceship, back to review Daredevil Born Again, Episode 4. And as always, I'm joined by...
I wonder what Ja Rule's up to. It's
the
Tatiana
eternal
King.
question right there, boy.
I wonder what Ja Rule thinks about this. This is Tatiana King, the Grand Duchess of Tech, also known as the coldest winter soldier ever. Doc Ocky, Tesseract, Thompson, Fax the Destroyer, T'Challa Bread, and Doctor Doing Something Strange for some change.
Matt Murdock. That's fucking amazing. I gotta give it to myself on that one.
You did good on that one.
Thank you very much. I almost choked on my own coffee. It is episode 4 of Daredevil Born Again. We are back to review it after the tragic
Bone Again. Yo, that
Bone
Texas
Again.
came out.
Yeah, that Texas came out right there. After the tragedy of episode 3. Goddamn. Man, shout out to everybody on the YouTube leaving comments who had to remind me about the Coquis. I forgot about that because we didn't mention them.
Frogs?
Yeah, we didn't mention them fucking singing at the end of the goddamn episode.
I didn't even realize that. I didn't even realize it.
Oh, they did. I forgot to mention that last week, but trust me, y'all, it broke my goddamn heart the first time I watched that episode. I was sitting here in silence and them goddamn frogs are singing to each other.
It's sad. And like I said, I mean,
bruh,
it's just sad in general. And I
mean, rest in peace to the actor playing White Tiger, Camar de los Reyes. Rest in peace. Blessings and love to your family and friends. He passed away from cancer after completing the role of White Tiger, and it's devastating. You know, as someone who's lost friends to cancer, I know how that is, and it just sucks, man. So
combat cancer
forever. And man, you know, thank you for blessing us with this, you know, last gift, because that was an amazing role. You did excellent work, and that episode was just, you know, heartbreaking in every way. And then we get to episode 4. I had to rewatch this episode because on my first watch I was like, oof, this was my first oof of watching this show, where I was like, I don't know, fam, like, I don't know, you know. On the rewatch, I found things I enjoyed more about the episode. There are still a lot of more of my issues with it, you know, but
do you think it's filler?
No, I really dislike that word. I do think that but damn, I dislike that word, but
But it fits. It seems to fit what you're thinking. Be honest.
There's definitely, and this is part of the, like, and because I've seen more this season, I'm not gonna give everything away, but I will say that the thing with Muse, with this dude and his killings and stuff, I don't care. You know, like,
wow.
Like, I just don't care, dog. And I'm struggling to see thematically, like, how it relates to the main story, other than like the very basic stuff. And again, I don't care, you know?
No.
So, you know, I get it, you know, vigilantes are bad, you know, and then, you know, masked men, you know, hide and get it.
Now that I'm thinking about it, because and I also have seen, you know, most of the season already, and as I'm literally comparing my notes, I'm looking at them, like, this episode is much smaller than the other ones.
Oh, it is.
And while I still enjoyed it, I will say maybe it's the weakest one out of them so far.
Yeah, I agree.
Perhaps episode 4. I can see your point where you're like, it's kind of not connected to the rest of the story, at least not thematically. Like, it's just giving you some information and kind of like speeches. Like this is the speeches episode, because there's 2 major speeches here that I fucked with. Leroy Bradford's speech. Leroy Bradford being the man that, you know, got arrested for stealing the Cracker Jacks. No, was it Cracker Jacks or Crunch and Munch or whatever the fuck?
Oh man, I love Crunch and Munch.
And then the Frank Castle pep talk that I call it. Yeah, how about Foggy? He get his life back? Like, when I say,
damn,
I want to start there because I love Frank Castle. Okay,
I love John Bernthal
as Frank Castle.
Yeah, Jesus,
specifically.
Oh my God.
And that little reunion was fucking hilarious. In all of the best and the worst ways, it was fucking hilarious because it was just like, what the fuck are you doing, Frank? Like, you're just down here milling about like a Ninja Turtle. And then
nigga down bad.
Like, and then when Matt walks in, it's like, you got some people, was this shoe? Giving him the engraved bullet case, and was this shoe? And he was like, no, that's not me. It's them niggas upstairs, my fanboys or whatever. And I'm just like, so you're gonna do anything about it, sir? Like, they're using your name in vain, my nigga. They're using your whole shit, man.
I'm not the one wearing hockey pads.
But no, he's down bad and feeling away. And I'm like, as down bad as you are, who is you to be giving speeches to Matt Murdock about what he should and should not be doing? But whatever.
But he read him for filth.
That said, he read him for filth. I got to give it both sides. It's like, who is you? But at the same time, you wasn't wrong.
No, he's out of line.
You're out of line, but you're not wrong. And I was with him because I was like, get him, Frank, because it was just like, Matt was doing this whole feeling sorry for himself shit, and it was annoying. Like that, I'm never gonna go to that lifestyle again, nigga. Who the fuck else is gonna do that? You're the guy,
nigga. Like, there's only one blind nigga who's been trained by ninjas.
Just you. Only you can save Gotham. In this case, New York. Only. And like, come on, man. Like, I just liked
only
that.
You can prevent forest fires,
right? And what I talked about, from the beginning of the series, what I really enjoy is that when it comes to Wilson Fisk character, this Wilson Fisk and this Matt Murdock, is the back and forth between them. And I saw another great back and forth with Frank Castle and Matt Murdock. And I love that dynamic. I love relationship dynamics when it comes to characters, and where it's like, where you see them, you're like, it's either on site, or they're playing cat and mouse, or whatever it is, or one is reading the other for filth every fucking time they pull up. And I just enjoyed that conversation a lot.
Yeah. And it goes without saying, but I'll say it again. Like, John Bernthal, Charlie Cox, Vincent D'Onofrio. I'm not sure the actor's name playing Vanessa. I need to give her props real quick, because these people inhabit these roles in a way that just makes any scene with them fantastic. Because while, like I said, this is definitely, to me, the weakest of them all, every scene that involved those four actors was fantastic.
And her name is Ayelet Zurer.
Oh,
I believe that's how you pronounce it.
Ayelet?
Ayelet.
Ayelet Zurer? Okay, well, excuse us for butchering your name, miss, but, fantastic work. Like, just absolutely fantastic work throughout this series. Throughout the, every time you've ever been on screen is Vanessa, and it returns, because the scene with them at the psychiatrist was one of my favorite scenes, even though, I'm still hoping that my man is somehow behind them, knowing the psychiatrist.
Buck gotta be behind this.
Buck gotta be behind it, because
what's to be,
because Neil is trash, right? That's the other dude's name. Neil is definitely not the arranger or the rose. We can confirm that by this episode.
What you talking about? The young one?
Yeah.
Daniel.
Daniel. Yeah. Damn, Daniel. Yeah. Damn,
the Sopranos actor's son, James Gandolfini's son.
Who's doing a great job.
He is doing a great job, but damn, Daniel.
But damn, Daniel, you trash. Definitely not the arranger or the rose. But back to Vanessa and Wilson in that office. Just incredible. And where is Adam now? I don't know.
I like how they both said, but they said in unison. I don't know. And I said, no matter what, they got each other. They is holding each other down.
No matter what. No matter what. And then, she tried to ask her as he left, and she's like, Vincent will never harm me. And then you cut to Vincent knowing where Adam is and harming this woman in, one way, like maybe not physically, but definitely psychologically, mentally, everything else. We also see, I want to say that wall that Vincent walks by with the blood spatter, that's from when he killed his father, right?
I don't remember. I know that wall was significant for something, but I didn't know why.
Because he hits his dad with a hammer and the blood splattered on the wall, if I remember correctly.
And he left it as a painting, as a Jackson Pollock.
He took that joint out of the apartment and made it into a Jackson painting. Yeah.
Jesus.
And then, him sitting down to enjoy his favorite meal with Adam sitting there and talking about forgiveness and all that was just, I mean, I can't lie. I'm rolling. I'm like on the ground. I was
crying. I'm like, why is he eating like the best of rack of lamb?
Yes.
And then
smacking on that shit. Like, yeah.
I'm like, what is he doing? Like the cruelty. And again, just Wilson Fisk is a thug.
Yes.
That's one thing the police commissioner was right about.
Yeah.
This nigga is a thug and will always be a thug. Yeah. And that's fine, but the tactics that are used, okay? Like, questionable. Fucked up.
Low down dirty.
Dirty. Wow. Effective.
No. Once again, out of line, but not wrong. Once again.
I mentioned Leroy Bradford's speech when he talks about the broken system. And but I was just like, at first I was laughing, like when Matt went to represent him and he was just like, so you stole these fucking Crunch and Munch, right? Yeah. And he was just like, could it have been a scroll, right? That incredible. That sent me, because I was like, thank you for now looping in the scrolls into the universe. And thank you also for utilizing it in a way that made sense for his character too. Because it's just like, he's like, he knows he stole that shit.
He's grasping for straws.
So he's going to say anything, which worked, especially in that scene. But then when he went deeper into like, when he was asking the impossible, really, which ended up in his favor, but he was just like, no, I don't want to go to jail. No, he was like, this is your 35th offense. The best we can do for you is 30 days in jail. And he was just like, no. Like, for him to be so like, nah, I'm not doing that. And from the outside, you look at that like, bruh, you need to take what you can get. Beggars can't be choosers. Who is you, right? This ain't Chipotle. You can't just have it your way, right? So what that guy ended up doing, though, is made a really, again, the broken system, made a really poignant understanding of, why should I just go along with this? The system has me in a chokehold, to the sense of like, okay, because I'm now down bad, I'm on house arrest. I can't go to this meeting, which requires me to go every week, or they're going to put me back in jail. It's a broken cycle. And for him to like go through that and explain what his positioning was, by the end of that, I was like, damn, Leroy is right. Leroy Jenkins is right.
Leroy!
He's right.
Yeah, no, he's definitely right. Not out of line at all. He is completely 100% right. It is a broken system. And I did like that about this episode, that they took some time to, distress that and address that. And I thought it was very well and effectively done. So I will give them credit for that. And like I say, this episode, it's not that it's more the larger picture. And I think that's the stuff, like I said, again, with Muse, where I'm just like, I don't know where this is going. And we'll see that, some more coming up. And, hopefully it does turn around. But I'm so far like, I don't give a damn that this man is taking people down and draining their blood. Like, all right, cool, whatever, Who cares?
Because we don't care. And I think because they didn't necessarily do a great job of making Muse matter.
No, making Muse matter. Yeah,
alliteration. So
yeah.
Other hilarious things that's happened in this episode was that whole we built this city bit. So, and also again, going back to Wilson Fisk and his irritation with everybody and how he tries to hide that. This man can barely contain himself when people are annoying him. And remember, I told you again how Vincent D'Onofrio shows that experience through the twitching and the finger movements and the everything. You could just feel the tension. You see the cloud, like, what is that? Snoopy, the Snoopy comic. And there's that one dirty ass kid.
Oh shit.
His name is Pigpen. And you just see every time he's standing, you see all that stuff around him. That's what I feel like I see when Wilson is in a room with people who's annoying. I just see all this. I'm angry. I'm about to wild out type. Like I feel that and see that energy all around him. So to see that energy when them kids singing off key to that We Built This City song, he was sitting there like, and he was trying his best, because you could tell he was just like, he knew he had to just show face, but he was he was ready. And as soon as the teacher said, okay, we got another one for you, he said, I'm good.
Yeah.
Thanks, but no thanks.
And then ran away
with the quickness,
only to catch another one as soon as he got to the next spot. Like, my man can't avoid this joint. Like, I know you listen to the show, you watching the show, you're enjoying the show, you loving For All Nerds. So why haven't you told your friends about it? Why haven't you told your fam about it? Why haven't you told your foes about it? Let them know about For All Nerds. And while you're at it, make sure you hit those subscribe buttons on YouTube, because you're watching us right now. You're seeing our beautiful melanated faces. You're loving all of this gloriousness right now. So stop watching and lurking. Hit the subscribe button. Follow. Join the fan. We love you for it. Thank you so much for all the support. Boom.
He does not want to be mayor. He wants to, what I said before, he loves the city to control it and to hold it. But he doesn't want the stylings of being mixy. He's not Mayor Adams. He don't care about that.
Yeah, see, that's the difference. See, and that's why I say it gives it more 45, because he's running away from his criminal activities and thinking that, being mayor will cover it up and it'll be, okay, this is much better than being a criminal.
Even 45 is mixy, though.
Yeah, but no, 45, you're right. 45 is a bit mixy. You're right.
Wilson don't want to fuck with none of this. He just want to show his face when he wants to show his face, show that he's making shit happen. He's efficient. He's effective. Now I'm going home to eat my rack of lamb in front of Adam.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Like, that's what he wants to do.
I'm about that torture life, actually.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm really about that torture life.
Right. That's not his ministry. And you could see, and that's why I love seeing, one of the through lines of the series, as we see how this is he's cracking. Like, he can't contain this for too long. And you even see with Matt, like, just like when he went in on them two cops, like an episode ago, whatever, 2 episodes ago, like, he cannot not be Daredevil.
No.
Wilson cannot not be Kingpin.
Mm-hmm. And that's like, at the end of this episode, I like the, split montage of Wilson being about that torture life, his favorite thing to do. And Matt being about that, I'm going to go put on this Daredevil suit and swing this, vicious hook around, because that's my favorite thing to do.
Matt said, fuck it. He literally said, he might as well had said in the dialogue, fuck it. Because that was the energy it was.
I mean, Matt got up from the booty. Like, Matt was like, I could lay here with this woman, or I could go swing around on a goddamn rooftop. That's a fiend.
Did you say fuck it, or did I imagine that?
No, like, I mean, but that is a pure fiend an example, bro. You got a fine, beautiful woman who loves you, and you like, nah, I'm gonna go hit this rock outside instead. It keeps calling me, man. It keeps calling me. And Kingpin is the same. Kingpin, like, I could lay up with Vanessa, or I could go torture this nigga. Shit. You know what I'm about. I'm about that torture life, nigga. And then, okay, I want to ask you another question, though, because there's a very important line said in this episode when Vanessa says people change. Do you feel that she is tired of Wilson?
Yes, she's been tired of him. But she will never be able to get away from him. And it's like she's trying to, especially through what's the word I'm looking for, especially through the therapy, she is trying to, at the most subtle, tiniest pace, she's trying to extricate herself from him. But I think she also knows her heart is impossible. So she's trying to, like, give him hints and clues, like, him meaning Wilson, like, saying stuff like people change, and, well, I don't know. Well, like being very kind of mid about her feelings as opposed to being full on. I don't know. That's a tough position. How do you get away from that? How do you unmarry Wilson Fisk?
And then the other side of that, like, because she said Wilson would never do anything to hurt me, but she didn't say I won't do anything.
She also didn't say Kingpin.
She also didn't say I wouldn't do anything to hurt him.
She absolutely, I don't want to say absolutely would, but if it was her last card, I know she would, because she knows that he would probably allow it to an extent.
Now,
I don't know.
The other question, do you think she knows that he has Adam in a hole? Like, she obviously knows.
Sure.
She knows her man. She knows that he would either kill this man or put him in a hole.
Right. And which is why I'm like, it was funny when they and that's another thing. You could actually read, now that you're saying this, you could read that scene differently, two different ways. You can read that scene when they were both said, I don't know.
No, she don't know.
Maybe she let dead ass don't know. And Wilson's just his typical I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think she knows. That's why she responded like that. And his I don't know is different. But yeah, I don't think she knows. She loved Adam to some extent. So there's no way that she would just, I
don't remember that nigga, to be honest.
No, he's not. No, this is an all new introduction.
Okay.
Yeah, we've never heard of Adam as far as I know.
Okay, because I was just like, where did he come from?
But remember, this is that time when Wilson is gone after he gets shot.
Right.
So this is the time we didn't see ever. So this is new information for everyone.
I mean, at the end of the day, Adam came at a time when she was vulnerable. I'm like, that nigga don't really matter. I'm sorry to say, guy, like, I don't know if you're gonna make it, but the guy don't really matter. I don't know. But that's interesting that you bring that up. She is either one or the other. They're just both, they got each other's back, or she really just don't really know that man is down there.
I think she don't know that man is down there. I'm gonna go on that one. I think they got each other's back to an extent, but like she said, people change. And I think that's a big thing about this season is that the Vanessa and Wilson relationship ain't what it was. And whether it can be repaired, like that's another thing the psychiatrist brought up in this episode. Did we come here for a dissolution of this, or did we come here to repair it? And I don't think either of them is sure about that right now.
If I'm Wilson, he's gonna be like, "You're not going anywhere."
That's definitely Wilson.
Yeah.
But see, is that you're not going anywhere because I love you, or is that you're not going anywhere out of like that? What I said last week, he put it on the pedestal and he can't get it off the pedestal. You know what I mean? I know.
I think it's because of his twisted version and definition of love. He thinks love is control encompassing that, like ownership. That, to me, that's how I feel he thinks is love. So in his mind, it is love, but it's a different type. And she's over that. And I also think she's protecting herself in a way, because like I said, she says people change. She's trying to be subtle about it, because I also think you say that he don't have the capacity to hurt her. But if she really, really hurts him, like if she really do some shit like to his face to hurt him enough, I don't know, man. He might flip. He might.
But I don't know. I think that's the one that I would put. Like I say, he put that thing on that pedestal, and I don't think he can take it off. So I think she is the one person who could get away with pretty much anything with him.
She got away with this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because he didn't kill her over Adam. He didn't even.
But did she get away with it? Because Mans is chained up like a dog.
I mean, not really. Yeah. Worse than a dog. Damn, dogs get fed at least. Isn't it?
Oof.
Struggling. Other than that, like I say, I still do not care for. I mean, not that I don't care. The whole Daniel stuff this episode was just like whatever,
It was like whatever, but it was just a show. It was just a show also that Fisk saw another opportunity to groom somebody. So to me, that's his new son. Like I said, once Fisk decides, oh, you belong to me, you're on his way. And you see, like, even Fisk, his assistant, that lady, she looked like, oh shit. Yeah. Like, Daniel's not mine anymore. Because Daniel was her intern that she put in position. And once Fisk was like, he literally put his arm around him, she was kind of had this look on her face like, fuck.
Yep.
Like, this guy is lost to me.
Because like she said, she feels like she gonna be here, forever.
Right.
And now like, she's seeing maybe not.
That too. Because Daniel also sometimes he does kind of funny style things where he's just like, because he feels like, because he's the young one with new and fresh ideas that, sometimes they take that to the head, and then he's just like trying to push, the career people out. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? And then the other person where I'm just like, okay, is she going to be relevant? They spent a lot of time on her is Sophia, the one who's Latvian, but I thought they were from Latveria, which is not the same. But I was like, oh, she's from Dr. Doom's country. No, she's from the real life Latvia.
I was really mad at that when they did that, because I feel like that was everyone is going to jump for that now, and everyone's going to think that because I did for a second too. I really had to go, because I forgot about Latvia, the real country. So I had to go Google it, like, oh no, that's a real country. And they definitely did not say Latvians.
No, we looked at the closed caption. I was like, shit.
Yeah. I don't even remember. Sophia, which one was she?
Her name, she was not the DA, the one that was giving the sentences to people. I don't know what she's considered. Her role in the court was considered.
Oh yeah, she was
the white lady with the.
It was so weird that she's from Latvia, and then they had the Latvian thing.
Yeah, Heritage Day. It was Latvian Heritage. Day.
And I don't think she's gonna show up again, honestly.
Which is why I'm like, was she even mattered? Like, but they spent a lot of time on her, so I was like, why?
One thing I did learn this week before we get out of here is that when they did the whole reboot, well, when they started working on Born Again, we know that they filmed a couple episodes and they'd written the whole season, and then they scrapped all of that and started over. And from what I'm understanding now is they redid the first 2 episodes that we've seen already. The middle episodes are pretty much some of the same stuff that they were going to do, I think, minus a lot of comedic elements, which I really don't understand how that worked at all. So I'm not 100% sure of the veracity of all this. And the last episode was redone. But that does seem somewhat true, because it feels like the Foggy and Karen were just going to be written out either way. But the new showrunner wanted to at least show you why they were gone. Like, I think the show was going to open on Foggy being dead and Karen being in San Francisco. And I think the showrunner,
like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and the showrunner came in like, nah, you can't do that. We got to give Foggy these Hot Pockets first. You know what I mean? At the very least, Foggy got to get him right out the microwave, and then we can move on.
Talking about fridging, Jesus.
Oh shit! Microwaving Hot Pockets.
Microwaving. I didn't gotta call him microwaving. Forget fridging.
Yeah, I didn't even want to get to. I really didn't want to mention Hot Pockets again, but since we're here, anyway, yeah. So I think that's why the first 2 episodes hit the way they did, and why some of this episode is hitting the way it is. So
okay,
we'll see what's up for next week. I'm
still enjoying it. This is still not killing it for me.
No, this is still pretty good TV, good to great TV. And like I say, those 4 people, are so excellent at their roles that, they could read through the phone book as long as they're in character, and I'd probably enjoy it. So,
yep.
Yeah, we're here.
Could you imagine Wilson Fisk reading through his?
Especially the business
motherfucker.
And they taught auto towing.
I don't want to do this anymore. Yeah, where's Vanessa? That's his first thing. He'll be done in 2 minutes. Like, not even 30 seconds. Like, this is dumb.
Punisher would just do that shit like obsessively, just straight reading that shit.
What about Foggy? Did he get another day? Like, fuck, damn. You ain't wrong, but damn.
Did he get life? No, nigga. No, he didn't. No, nigga. Like, Matt just sitting there like, no, nigga, I get it.
He deserved that shit. He deserved that.
He damn sure did. No, I can't argue that at all. All right. I think that concludes pretty much it for our review of episode 4. As
Revenge!
Always, as always, folks, please make sure you hit that like and that subscribe button. It means the world to us. Every bit of your support means everything to us here at the For All Nerds Show. You can do that by hitting the like and subscribe. You can also head over to patreon.com/forallnerds and join the few, the proud, the millions
and millions
of loyal fam over there, and you'll get your name on the Wall of Fame. Oh, we need to make that post on Patreon because we still don't have a name for our Wall of Fame yet. So we got to put that on there and get a name for our Wall of Fame. Once you join the Patreon, you will join. Your name will be on there for everyone out there to see. So thank you to all the new patrons, everyone out there. We're guaranteeing you 1 extra bonus episode per month for all the patrons out there. So join us over on patreon.com/forallnerds. Also, if you want to support us in other ways, you can cop some of our beautiful, amazing, incredible merch, like this shirt that me and Tatiana are both rocking right here, the Wakanda and Royal Family ampersand design, fire. Got all the characters from the Wakanda royal family. We got this. We got other joints. Big things coming from forallnerds.com this year. I mean, super big things coming. Springtime, summer week coming for y'all. We are bringing y'all all that fly, fabulous-ish out there. So make sure you head over there to forallnerds.com, leave your email, and be the first to know about all the greatness that's coming through. Anything else?
That's it, Ben. I mean, thank you, everybody. Appreciate you. We'll see you next week.
Word up. We'll be back right here for episode Fizza of Daredevil, Born Again.
Hey, what's up, internets and the fan fam? This is Tatiana King for All Nerds, and I want to thank you so much for listening and watching the For All Nerds. Make sure you like and subscribe to us only on YouTube.
For All Nerds Show is a member of the Loudspeakers Network, where we always say rest in peace to our founder, Combat Jack.
For All Nerds Show is powered by our listeners. Everything we do, from our podcasts, live events, our website, are all independently funded. Please continue to support us through our Patreon page at patreon.com/forallnerds.